Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about chromatic intervals. Unlike the diatonic intervals that stay within the key signature, chromatic intervals are everything that is outside the key signature. So, for example, let's say you were looking for the interval between G natural and B flat. From the diatonic videos, we would start with identifying the first note, G, which is the keynote. G is your keynote. The next step would be to build the keynote's major scale, the G major scale. So here we go. The next step I'd ask you to do is to label all of the diatonic intervals underneath. And if this was a diatonic interval, we would be done. However, B flat does not exist in the G major scale. So here's where we have to split off a little bit. The next step for a chromatic interval would be to find the closest letter. B flat, the closest letter that exists in the scale is B natural. They share the same letter. So, G to B natural is a major third. Here's where you have to draw a 6-pack, 8-pack. These are all of the qualities that you can have for your intervals. On the left side here are all of your major intervals. On the right side are all of your perfect intervals. Remember, your diatonic intervals are either perfect or major. Remember, for these, you can only go up and down, not left and right. So the interval we are working with right now is this one. B natural, a major third. So we are here right now. But we want to go to B flat. So now we have to think about, is B flat higher or lower than B natural? B flat is lower than B natural by 1/2 step. So it is here. The next step, you take this letter and sub that out. The number stays the same. So working through this, if you are moving up or down 1/2 step, you go from one box to another. Our interval was originally a major third, but because B natural is a 1/2 step higher than B flat, and we want to get to B flat, we had to go down by 1/2 step, which took us to minor. If we were to take it down another 1/2 step, it would become a diminished third. So let's do another example. We have our two notes. We need to identify the keynote. The keynote is the bottom one, A natural. So we build the A major scale. After that, we go through our diatonic intervals. And we find the letter that's closest to what we need. E flat is closest to E natural, because they share the same letter. So we are working with a perfect fifth. Perfect is on the right side of this 8-pack. And we are at E natural, but we need to go to E flat. E flat is 1/2 step below E natural. So I'm going to go one box below E natural. Which takes me here. I'm going to take this letter, diminished, and I'm going to keep this number, and our interval from A to E flat is a diminished fifth. So let me show you what it's going to look like on your homework. Luckily, no one saw that. For band, you are going to be identifying chromatic intervals, which means they will give you an interval and they'll ask you, what is it? Step 1. Identify the two notes. Step 2. Label the keynote. Step 3. Build the keynote's major scale. Step 4. Label the diatonic intervals. Now here's where we get into the actual thinking part. Find the note that is closest to your target note. D sharp is closest to D natural. So we are working from the perfect fifth. We come over here to our 8-pack and we find where perfect is. It's supposed to be D natural, but we're looking for D sharp. D sharp is a half step above D natural. So I'm going to take this letter, which is an A for augmented, and I'm going to keep this number, giving us an answer of augmented fifth. One more. Step 1. Identify the two notes. This is telling me that all of these notes are flat because of the key signature, so this is D flat. This accidental is called a double flat, which lowers a note by 2 half steps. This is A double flat. And because musicians are clever, the symbol for double flat is flat flat. Step 2. Identify the keynote. Step 3. Build the keynote's major scale. Step 4. Label your diatonic intervals. Here we go. The closest letter to A double flat is A flat. So we are working with the perfect fifth. We start with the perfect fifth, and it's supposed to be A flat. But because we're going down a half step again, A double flat is going to be here. take the lowercase d for diminished, keep the number. Diminished fifth is your answer. So if we went all the way down here to double diminished, you would need to have a triple flat. Augmented would be a natural. Choir, your homework is going to be building these chromatic intervals. So your homework will look a little different. They will give you a note and an interval that they want above that note. Process is still the same. Step 1, label the note, find the keynote, build the keynote's major scale, label the diatonic intervals underneath, here we go. This is where it gets a little bit different. Instead of finding the closest note name, now you need to find the closest number. Not letter, number. So the closest fourth that we have is a perfect fourth. Here we go. Our perfect fourth is a natural. But I want a diminished fourth. Diminished is here. So I need to take this note and lower it by a half step. This note down a half step is A flat. Your answer would be to put it on the staff, A flat. Done. We'll do one more as an example. Process is still the same. This is a B natural, which is our keynote. Building the B major scale. Diatonic intervals. Finding the closest number, a third. Major is over here, and it's supposed to be D sharp. But I want a half step above D sharp, because that's where augmented is. That gets us D double sharp. Hopefully this video helps you with your homework. Good luck!